Yeah, so we've got a new piece of music coming up that I'm going to talk about for a little bit. If I'm remembering correctly, this is a piece called Fortunate Sleep, No One Disturb Her. And it's very classic Akira Yamaoka. We're going to have drum machine, we're going to have synth noises, and we're also going to have pretty piano. Like this one, as I was re-listening to it today, actually felt a little bit like a precursor to one of my favorite tracks from Silent Hill Homecoming, the menu music, which is called The Terminal Show. It's a similar situation where you've got like a drum loop and some atmospheric synth, but the piano is really like the focus. And I'll talk a little bit about how that stuff is constructed. It's not a long cut scene, and we don't even hear the whole track in it. But I'm here to talk about the music, so I'll say things if I have to say, if I have them to say. Eileen. Okay, yes. Fortunate Sleep, No One Disturb Her. Like I said before, we've got drum machine sound, a drum loop of some sort, percussive noise of some sort. Then we've got these synth sounds that's coming on like a kind of those tonalities throughout. Also, again, we're in. If you've been watching like the staying on theme stuff for a while, then can you guess what key? And you don't recognize it from what I just played on the piano. Can you guess what key we might be in for this? I'll give you it. I'll give you multiple choice because it's almost always one of three keys when it comes to Akira Yamaoka. Is it C minor, F minor, or G minor? Very close, Cleo. It is actually F minor. And it's a kind of just sort of like free melodic piano part. Like, particularly in Silent Hill 3 and Silent Hill 4, you hear Akira Yamaoka doing more with the piano than just like repeated phrases. The way that he did with stuff like Promise Reprise or Fermata and Mystic Air from Silent Hill 2. This one, it's more like a. I don't know the exact notes. Now, I almost wanted to say that this was in E flat major because we get that D natural, which is part of the E flat major scale, rather than F minor. If it's an F minor, it'd be F Dorian, which is the scale that we got in Lament of Heaven's Night in Silent Hill 2 Remake, or Heaven's Night in the original Silent Hill 2. But the reason that I'm saying it's F minor Dorian is because there's a third chord in here that he throws in that, with the synth notes in the background, sounds very dissonant. And the only reason I think he's able to justify it, he's probably not thinking about it that way. I genuinely don't think he was thinking about like, oh, I need to be able to justify this in my head. But the way that his brain might be justifying it as like, oh, this is a natural place to go to from, is if it's in a, if F is our tonal center, because it sounds like it's a C major chord with an E in the bass. It might be something different than that, but there's definitely an E in the bass, which creates some really interesting dissonances with like some of the synth stuff going on in the background. But yeah, that whole piece seems to revolve around this F minor Dorian feel to E flat major to this more almost dissonant. It doesn't sound really dissonant without the synth there, but if you go back and listen to the track, it's like the synth's doing something in like F natural minor or something like that, and it does feel a little off, which, whether it's intentional or not, I can always picture Akira Yamaoka hearing a dissonance like that and being like, "Ooh, yeah, let's put that in there. We're making a horror game." And it does have this kind of pretty meditative feel, which happens a few times in this game, where you have these very dark and atonal tracks at times, or places where it doesn't feel like we have a strong tonal center, and you have these haunting pieces like Room of Angel or even Tender Sugar when we hear it later. And then every once in a while you'll get something like, wait, are we like are we in like a major key feel somehow? And it's almost like a moment of respite from the horrors again. It's easy to call them that. There's one place later in the game, we aren't going to get there tonight, that it happens. And I remember the first time I played this game, it was so striking. And it's one of these like digressions that I've really been looking forward to. But yeah, I'll definitely be making sure to point it out when we get there. But in the meantime, we've got Fortunate Sleep. No one disturb her. I'll resolve back to F minor for you, so you aren't left hanging. If anyone else has any other thoughts on any of the pieces, feel free to like comment on the YouTube video. I'll try to get back to people. Comment in the chat if you're in the chat right now. But with that said and done, let's move on with the game.